We all know that there is a trend of the full-screen smartphones today. The Xiaomi Mi Mix was one of the first mainstream phones to offer near bezel-less design, and the Mi Mix 2 is a successor to it. It indeed looks beautiful, it has top-shelf specs, and more. My name is Linus with the TechLine HD. Stay tuned. Just before we start, the phone costs about $550 at gearbest.com, and I will leave a product link and a generous discount code in the video description down below. You can also find a link to full resolution camera samples. The phone ships with a standard set of accessories. Some extras include a 3.5mm headset jack adapter and a high quality case that looks nice and it fits the phone nice and snug. There is no doubt that the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2 is one of the most beautiful phones out there. The star of the show is a sharp, bright and vibrant 5.99-inch LCD display. It has 1080p plus resolution, 18:9 aspect ratio, and it is covered with a Gorilla Glass 4. That ceramic back looks really nice in practice, and it is curved on each side for aesthetics and a better grip. If you add a premium aluminum frame and responsive buttons, you definitely feel that you hold a true flagship phone. It's obvious that the Mi Mix 2 can be a complete smudge fest if you don't clean it, just like most of the glass-made phones. But the thing that annoys me the most is that the device is very slippery. Yes, it sounds like a cliche, but it's much more slippery than other glass-made phones I have tested in recent memory. When it comes to optics, we're looking at a traditional camera setup that has a 112-megapixel sensor with f2.0 aperture lens and 4-axis optical image stabilization. Here is a minute of a few little but important features. The fingerprint scanner is one of the best out there, selfies can be taken using a 5-megapixel snapper, and there is a nice LED notification light. Keep in mind that the selfie camera is implemented on the bottom right corner, so you would need to hold the phone upside down to take portrait selfies. You should also know that there is no microSD card slot and no headset jack, but the supplied adapter assures a very good sound quality. There is a pretty good sound system too, and that is provided by a stereo speaker setup. The Xiaomi Mi Mix 2 is no slouch when it comes to hardware, as it ships with the top-shelf components that include a Snapdragon 835 chipset, 6GB of RAM, and 64GB of internal storage. You can also opt in for a more expensive model that has 8GB of RAM and a whopping 256GB of storage. As expected, the phone can handle 3D games without any issues. However, there is one serious software bug that prevents you from installing games that take a lot of storage space. You simply get an error message every time you try to download and install a game from the Play Store. I know this can be fixed somehow, but this is what you will get out of the box. That's really frustrating, and hopefully it will be fixed with the future software updates. If you are familiar with the Xiaomi phones, you'll feel right at home since the device ships with a MIUI 8.5 that is built on top of Android 7.1. My phone shipped with the original Chinese ROM, meaning that I needed to install Google services myself, which takes about a minute to do that. However, you still need to deal with some bloatware apps. Also, an error message pops up every time I open up the Gmail app, which is kind of annoying. We have all the same features and customization options Xiaomi phones have been famous for. You can tweak the phone in a variety of different ways, adjust a ton of settings and change the looks. Most importantly, I can assure that the phone is fast and responsive on the daily basis, even after installing a lot of apps. The camera app takes pictures quite fast. There are a few shooting modes, including a Pro mode that allows you to adjust some image settings. There is also a slow motion video mode. The overall image quality is quite good, but I expected better results from the phone this expensive. Obviously, you can take some good looking daylight pictures, but some of them could have more detail. Also, I got a few shots that were out of focus. The low-light camera performance is okay, but again, I expected a little bit better results from a $500 phone. Recording a video in 4K resolution with the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2. The 4K video looks quite good, and 4-axis optical image stabilization does the job reducing the shakiness. However, I found that there are some video artifacts going on, the continuous autofocus is not always reliable, and sound recording quality could be a lot better. I'm recording a video with the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2. I'm recording a video with a front-firing camera, and as you know, this is a full-screen device, that's why they implemented the camera on the bottom right corner. 1080p selfie video looks great, just bear in mind that awkward selfie camera position. When it comes to connectivity, I can assure that the call quality has improved a lot over the original Mi Mix. Also, the signal reception is great, Wi-Fi works fine, and the phone has Bluetooth 5 and NFC connectivity options. The GPS works exceptionally well. Finally, the phone has a bunch of sensors, just like any other flagship phone in the market. The Xiaomi Mi Mix 2 ships with a 3400 mAh battery that performs really well considering the size of the display. The maximum screen on time I was able to reach was about 8 hours, which is really impressive. If you use the phone more intensively, you should expect to achieve about 5 or 6 hours of screen on time every day. Finally, the supply charger fully charges the phone in just over 1 hour and 20 minutes thanks to the Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0 technology. The Xiaomi Mi Mix 2 is probably the most beautiful phone the company has ever made, and it sure has a lot of flagship grade qualities for a lower price than the mainstream flagships. Also, I love the Mi Mix 2 for its display, the overall build quality, great performance, and a good battery life. However, there are quite a few shortcomings. There is no micro SD card slot, no headset jack, and the phone is not water resistant. There are also a few bugs in the user interface that perhaps will be fixed with the future software updates. What I also expect from Xiaomi software team is to improve the overall image quality. At the end of the day, the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2 still offers a lot of true flagship features for a lower price tag, but please consider a few shortcomings before making a purchase. If you're interested in the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2, make sure to check out the product link down below the video, where you will also find some generous discount codes at gearbest.com. What do you guys think about the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2? Drop me a comment down below, and as always, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Finally, for all the latest updates, please follow me on social media. It was Linus, thanks for watching again, and see you soon.